They're like, oh yeah, a guy with Pensy Steam comes in every once in a while. They're not really much. Really test the LED in the headlight, but we'll take this at 10. Proceed to 15. Alrighty, hello everyone. This is Pensy Joe back again, and yes, the Dreyfuss Hudson saga has not ended yet. I did say that I was gonna do a checkup on the locomotive, and that's what we're gonna do right here. As you can see, there's some dirt on the wheels a little bit, so it has accumulated some dirt on the layout. Although they do look fairly clean so far, so I will have to clean those wheels at some point. I'll probably bring this locomotive back to the club and have the wheels cleaned before operation during the fair. Other than that, the tires still look good. They don't look dreadfully worn or anything like that. I don't see any other types of wear visually on the outside. Yeah, everything seems to be pretty fine. It's just some dirt on the wheels that need to be cleaned up. Tender wheels look pretty good. I know they're not on screen right now, but from my position of what I've seen, is they look pretty fine. Pickups are fine. They haven't been moved around or anything like that. Rear coupler's fine. Coupler cut levers not broken. Nothing's broken, which should be to be expected. I don't think this engine would break. So what I'm going to do is going to take off using these tweezers here. Take off the brake linkage off the bottom. Put that aside over here. Yes, in the background we still see the H10's shell off. I'm not sure when I'm going to be working on that guy, unfortunately. Another locomotive has seemed to won everyone's favor for being done next after I do the E6. So I was thinking, I could do the H10 afterwards. I'm like, well, H10, you're going to have to wait a little bit. So again, I'm going to loosen this screw down here that holds this trailing truck in place. We're going to rotate it out of the way so that when I unscrew right here, I can unscrew without any issues. Sorry if the camera goes in and out of focus. And then we'll see on the inside, see how much lubrication is left, or grease for that matter, on the gears. Alrighty. Oh wow, looks like there seems to be a good amount. Let's see if it focuses. There we go. So there does seem to be some grease still there on the gear, which is good. However, I think I might add a little bit more of Labelle 108. Wheel still moves freely. So it looks like all the fluids and grease in here has been cycled through here evenly and fairly well. I don't see any wear on the gears as far as I can tell. Nothing looks totally worn or anything, so that's pretty good. However, I'm just going to play it safe. Just add a little bit more Labelle 106 on here. So we're going to try and get in here. Jeez. You got to use like a tube of toothpaste, right? And try and get some on the idler gear down in here too. That looks good. Pretty sure when that rotates all around, that's going to mesh together and work really well. Now, I should put some more actually. Right around, right here, just trying to evenly put it around. Now, I'm going to run this locomotive after doing this. First things first, I'll get my Labelle 108 out. This surf right here. I know it's sideways, but there we go. Plastic compatible, synthetic oil. I'm going to put this on the wheels. I know I'm not that steady. Try and get that all in here. Make sure all the bearings are all together. lube them up, get all the joints. For the locomotive, the crank pins, even on the piston rods, other forms of contact as well. Make sure nothing is too much problem. All the linkages and the arms, so that should be pretty good. I haven't heard any squeaking from this locomotive, and I know in the previous video during the running session, I did have the locomotive mute, and the reason why was I was listening for any like issues or problems and humming sounds, and the locomotive was still fairly quiet, so I was really impressed how well this engine ran. I don't hear a lot of issues about these Dreyfuss Hudsons, especially from Paragon 2, so it's safe to assume that these are pretty well built models. I don't need to really go inside the inside of the locomotive. I could, if I wanted to, add some Labelle 108 to the shaft where the universal link is, or in between the motor and the flywheel, but I feel like for now it hasn't been long enough for really to do that kind of job. For example, I'm talking about, let me get my tweezers right here. Right around here, you wanna lubricate a little bit so that doesn't get worn out and it still can, rotate nice and freely on both sides. Now this is an old Paragon 3 motor that was inside my T1 number 5520. Now, I believe this is a 3-pole motor, and I can't really tell how it feels, which is probably maybe not a 3-pole, but I haven't opened this thing up, and I kind of don't want to open up this motor, but you never know. I might do like what's inside this motor and see what it is kind of thing. But yeah, some of the Paragon 4 motors look similar to this motor, and they're 5 poles, but this is supposed to be a 3-pole. I don't know. Some of the problems why. I mean, this motor right here, this is very similar to, a Walther's mainline motor. But I don't know. I guess motors or their shells mean different compared to the core that's inside. So yeah, we'll put this back on now. We've pretty much finished our job with going on inside there. Well, actually, I'm going to move this out of the way. Bring that back around. All right. Get my screwdriver. Screw this back down. I have to say, the Dreyfuss Hudson, if you didn't get one of these, do try and get one of these, the Paragon 4 ones. For some reason, not a lot of people are buying these. I was like, at first, but it was just like, you would think, oh yeah, everyone wants the Dreyfuss Hudson, that's great. But there was still a lot left over in the stores for a while. And these are pretty good locomotives. They're pretty solid. When I first got this out of the box, it ran very well. Especially at the train club. The way it's designed is really nice. It's very simple. It really is. For a 464, it's a really simple locomotive. It doesn't require too much. And then finally we'll put this back on, the linkage for the brakes, your brake pads. And there we go. That's it. There we go. So I will see you guys in the next section where we'll test run the locomotive. And I hope you guys enjoyed this little maintenance video. It was something I really wanted to do. I didn't really want to do like a running session tonight, mainly because I don't really have enough time. I got other stuff to do, and tomorrow I feel like we're gonna do the last video of the train club with the. Trying to put my thoughts together. I'm sorry about that. It's the train running session that we have at the club, and it's going to be the final one for this year for now. What we're going to do is we're going to go into fair mode, where pretty much rules are a little bit stricter. And this is where people can test stuff, and if they want to test their trains, or the locomotives, to see how well they run, and see if they can get certified. And this is the first train to really do that, and I'm very happy about this. This is going to be a fun treat to show during the South Florida Fair. If you ever want to know where it is, just look it up on Google. Just look up South Florida Fairgrounds, and you can find it. And if you're local, definitely do come for South Florida Fairgrounds. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do there. I used to try. My family used to try and do it yearly. Now I just go there for volunteering and because of the trains at the train club. And our train club is there. I know this is supposed to be longer than it is, but I know some people asked questions, and I thought I answered them as well. And yeah, you can act during the fair. There's one of the convention center buildings. It's the older ones, not the huge square one or the rectangle one. That's 2 stories tall or 3 stories tall. It's the ones that have like the regular gable roof. You'll see it depending on where you go, especially on the road 441. You'll look to your right, and the first buildings you see, they have gable roofs, and they're the first part of the convention center. And the east building of the 2 that are there, there's a west one and there's an east one with the gable roofs that have been around forever. That's the east side one has the train club inside. So when you go there, definitely go and check the place out. The club's been around since 1975, so they've been around for a very, very long time. It's been 45 years, I believe. Yes, 45 years, which is insane. And we're about to go to our 50th anniversary in a couple years now. So how about that? Anywho, that's all I have to say for this video. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Pensy Joe out. Bye now.